Okay, for number 14, we'll be subtracting these two algebraic fractions, and unfortunately, we do not have the same denominators here, right? So be sure we factor out the denominators and then look for the lowest common denominator, all right? Do not factor the top, just the denominator only, all right, as of now. So let's go ahead and factor this right here. Well, this is a trinomial, and we have just one x squared, so we can set it up as x times x like this. And now, what times what will give us negative 3? Together, they will add out to be positive 2. We can use plus 3 times negative 1, right? Plus 3 times negative 1 will give us negative 3. And then positive 3 minus 1 give us positive 2. And for the second denominator here, we don't have to factor it because this is just x plus 3. Yes, I noticed that 6x plus 2, I can factor out 2. But once again, don't factor the top because we have to combine the top anyway later on, right? So this is a setup. Now let's look for the lowest common denominator. First of all, let's put down a parenthesis around the x plus 3. And we see that this and that are the same, right? They are in common. For the second fraction, what do I need? I need to have this, right? So for the second fraction, let's go ahead and multiply the bottom by x minus 1. And we'll do the same on the top as well. So we multiply this by x minus 1. This is how we produce the lowest common denominator, all right? And now, since they have the same denominators now, I will just put them together into one big fraction. I will write this down first. X plus 3 times x minus 1. The order of this doesn't matter. And then we'll just go ahead and combine like terms on the top. This right here is just 6x plus 2. We didn't need to multiply anything. This right here stays the same. So let's write it down first. 6x plus 2. And then for the second one, be careful because we have this parentheses and this is technically a negative 4, right? So be sure you take the negative into consideration. This is the negative 4 and we have to take this negative 4 times x. Negative 4 times x will give us negative 4x, okay? And then, once again, we take negative 4 times the next term, which is the negative 1. Negative 4 times negative 1 will give us what? Positive 4. Be careful when we distribute a negative number, right? So for the subtraction situation, usually that's a common mistake. Be sure you take negative and multiply with this and change the sign. Okay, now we can just focus on the top and combine like terms. So as we can see, we have the 6x here minus 4x. So that's going to be 2x, right? And then plus 2 plus 4, that's going to be plus 6. And then don't forget to write down the denominator. So this is over that, which is x plus 3 times x minus 1. What's next? Notice that on the top, finally I can factor out the top, and I'm going to factor out the top, right? Because once I factor out 2 right here, you see we'll get x plus 3 left. And here is the time that we can cancel things out, because this and that are in common. So you can cancel them out. So overall, we will have a 2 on the top. Over the bottom is just x minus 1. And we are done. This is it. Okay?